everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me back, and a warm welcome to all of my lovely new subscribers and all of my existing subscribers who are joining me on this journey with my cross stitching. It's quite early here, it's like 9 o'clock. I thought I would do this video before work at 2 and then do my haul sort of after this video. It's quite quiet, it's a good time to do it. There's not a lot going on in the house, which is fantastic, and I haven't had any dramas this morning with my video, which is amazing, so fantastic. So I have got some haul. I've got quite a lot of pattern haul. My fabric finally arrived from Pole Stitch Designs. Not sure, if I'm honest. Yeah, it doesn't make me kind of want to go, right, I want to start my project, but I will explain more about that in a second. I have done 3,871 stitches throughout my stitching this month. It's not amazing. We've got 2 of my colleagues off with COVID at the moment, so we've been covering a lot of their shifts. Which means, you know, 6 AM starts, 10 PM finishes, so there's just no time for stitching. Also, I've been off for the last, wow, for 9 days. After, I think it was about a week into August, I was off work for 9 days because I had a really bad kidney infection. And I was literally in bed, like I was in bed. I couldn't do anything. I was so ill until I managed to finally get some antibiotics. Which I had to ring an ambulance for, can you believe it? Because my doctor's surgery, I don't know if you find the same thing, but all the receptionists are doctors and they obviously think you're fine and you don't need to see a doctor. So when she told me that I could only get an appointment like in 2 weeks' time, well, by that time my kidney infection was so severe, I was actually going in and out of consciousness, and my temperature was like 104. I just couldn't get on top of my temperature. But you know, like I said, all receptionists in the doctor's surgery in the UK are all doctors qualified, so they know exactly what they're doing. So yeah, for me to get antibiotics, I had to ring an ambulance. I didn't end up going into hospital because they said my body was so badly compromised that if I'd got COVID, I potentially wouldn't have made it. But they phoned my doctors and they got me in an emergency appointment within the hour. So yeah, a bit of a drama in that respect, but it's just ridiculous getting doctor's appointments in this country. It's just crazy. But I'm okay. After like the 3rd or 4th antibiotics, it kind of calmed down a little bit. But I honestly felt like someone was ripping my pelvis out. I was in so much pain and I was so exhausted from it, so it took me a while to get over that, the exhaustion, and you know, just to be sort of back at work. And I just didn't have any, I just wasn't in the mood for stitching. It's crazy, just, you know, I was so tired and I had migraines that I just couldn't get rid of, just really deep migraines that were just, you know, thumping through my head. But I'm gonna make up for it this month, I think. They should be back at work soon, which is great, so we don't have to cover any of their shifts anymore. And I've got lots of plans, so let's just get into it, shall we? What I'll do first is I'll show you my haul. So I did the inevitable. Heaven and Earth Designs are having a sale at the moment. It's still going for another 2 days, and let's say that I succumbed completely. You know what, I've been working so much this month that I thought, why not treat yourself. My insurance has come through for my horse, which is fantastic, so they're paying my horse vet bill, which is like £1,800, which is amazing, so I don't have to fork out for that. So there's kind of a little bit more money in the pot, which is amazing. So I've gone on a kind of autumnal fall Christmas. I've fallen down that rabbit hole, let's just say that. So there is one that I'm still like umming and ahhing about whether to get, which I'll speak to you in a second. But let me just show you what I got, because I just think I'm so excited. So the first one that I got, that was, I'll do my Christmassy ones first. The first one I got was an ornament by Ornament Santa and Frosty by Donna Gelsinger. In fact, most of these are Donna Gelsinger, which is surprising because I haven't got any of her projects or any of her artwork. So the first one is this one that I purchased, and I love that one. I just wanted something that was going to be a bit more of a quick stitch, something that worked up a bit quicker, that I wasn't going to take forever doing. And you know, I think that would be good. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to do it on like a grey Evenweave though, because of all the white on white. Stitching white on white is a nightmare. So I think I might do that one on grey Evenweave. The next one I bought is Merry and Bright Max Colours by Donna Gelsinger. And again, I know this colour isn't like white, but I'm wondering whether I should just do this on grey Evenweave anyway. Obviously the only problem with grey Evenweave is that you don't get it gridded. So I don't know. I will have to have a look at the colours more closely when I go into this. It might just be that these colours here are grey enough that I can do that on a white rather than a grey. But I love that. That is so beautiful. It's stunning. That kind of depicts my home. That's what I love. I love that sort of country farmhouse. Yeah, that's me. Sort of modern country farmhouse, I think is kind of what my style is for homes. So I got that one as well. I kind of went a bit mental with Christmas. The next one I got, and the reason I got this one actually is because I wanted something with a little bit more fall colour. So I'm doing a lot of projects at the moment that are really confetti heavy, and I just wanted something with a bit more block colour, so I feel like I'm actually achieving something. So when I found Faithful Friends by Donna Gelsinger, I jumped on it. And again, this one luckily can be done on sort of white Ada or white Evenweave because of the blue. This seems to be like a bluey sort of colour, and so does this bit. So I think actually the only white I might find is this bit here and this bit here. But that one's really lovely. I mean, they're not huge projects. They're like 400 by 500. So this is 400 by 527. So they're not massive. And the next one I got, this is my favourite. This is my favourite buy. I jumped on the bandwagon with doing some stockings. So again, this is a Donna Gelsinger, and it's the Enchanted Christmas Snowman. So I got that one, and that one's also by Donna Gelsinger. She's done really well out of me this month, to be fair. I love that, and what I love about it is that it's not all white. This is kind of like a yellowy pinky colour, so is this. This bit around here is more sort of a light blue. This is very green. Even around here you've got blue, and this isn't even white. So I thought I'd got away with, you know, really, really white on this one. So as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh my god, I love that. I absolutely love that. So I bought that one as well. And then I thought, well, you know what? We've just had summer. I can't really kind of block out, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. I can't really block out the fact that we're going into fall now, autumn in UK. So I thought, well, you know, it'd be nice to do a new start in autumn, coming into sort of, well, we call it autumn, in the States it's fall. So I fell into Randall Spangler. I can't talk this morning, honestly. I think it's because it's so early I can't talk. I fell into Randall Spangler's artwork, and I was also watching, I think, Nikki B on YouTube. She does some really great Stitch With Me's. If you want someone that you can just watch and chill to music, because she doesn't talk, which is lovely. And sometimes actually I like that. I like the fact that there's no talking, because you can just immerse yourself into the music, and she plays some really nice music, and do your stitching with her. So she's actually working on this one at the moment. This is Trick or Treat 2. So this one is I think it's quite a large one. It's 450 by 640, something like that. But again, I'm really worried about buying the minis for these, purely because I just worry that you lose a lot of detail. So I decided to go for that one. I don't think there was a max colour on there. I'll have a look in a minute. However, I am, as the sale is still on, I am still toying with the idea of one more. And this is by, I think this is Donna Gelsinger as well. Can you believe it? Like, literally. So it's either going to be this one, which is Gobbler Farm, the mini. Move that over, which is so autumnal. I'm really sorry about the reflection. Or it's going to be, and I think I'm going towards this one, the Gobbler Farm Max Colours, which is like the normal size, which I think actually is about the sort of same size as the Randall Spangler one. I don't think, let me have a look. I don't think there was a max colour for the Trick or Treat mini material pack, supersized Trick or Treat 2 material pack. Yeah, so I would have got the max colour, because I do always get max colour. I know it's confetti crazy, but for the Randall Spangler there wasn't actually a max colour, but the Gobbler's Farm comes in a max colour. So my question is, do I buy that one? Oh gosh, honestly, I've literally bought so many. I really want to buy it because I'm so scared. I love it so much. I'm so, do not stop, I'm going to buy it. I don't want it to, you know, sometimes things disappear and artists take work down. I'm going to buy it. So after I've done this, I'm going to buy it. Yeah. It's $13. What is that, like £8, £9? I've probably paid 9, 18, 27, probably at £60 ish on patterns. But you know what, that's 60 quid, and how many years is that going to keep you entertained? I mean, wow. So my next thing I want to show you, and actually let me just bring this up on, I don't know why I didn't bring it up on here. So the actual Roses of Provence, the Mirabilia, is in my box, and I don't know why I didn't pull it out, because I was going to show you this anyway. So I ordered some fabric for this, which is a Mirabilia, Roses of Provence, absolutely beautiful. Again, can't wait to start that, but I feel like I feel like my excitement for this project has been sort of let down a little bit, purely because of my experience of ordering this fabric. Now, I ordered it in April. I mean, I know that people have been waiting for colours and fabrics and things like that, so I'm not complaining that it took so long. I'm just a little bit disappointed in like the conversation, I guess, afterwards with the owner. So I had a whole conversation with her beforehand, and I said that the colours that I really are looking for is kind of a pink and a grey, because I think that will complement, you know, that really well. So she suggested 2 colours. One is English Rose, and the other one is Cobblestones. Now, Cobblestone is probably more like the colour I'm looking at. Let me get it out. But it's very peach, and you know what, I even had a discussion with her saying that I don't want the colour to come across peach, I would like it to come across more pink. So the grey's okay, but it's grey and peach. I mean, that is probably a good representation of the colour. I mean, yes, it's lovely, but ultimately it's peach, and that's kind of not what I really was looking for. So I put a message, a comment on the poll on their Facebook page saying what is the returns procedure, please, because I'd never ordered from them before. And they said, oh, you need to message the owner, yada yada yada. So I messaged her and explained the situation, and she got really defensive. I mean, talk about, I mean, I'm not going to sit and bitch about her, but I want to tell you about my experience because I was actually really unhappy. She was like, basically, no one else has complained. You're the only person in the whole time I've ever done this that's complained. I said, I'm not complaining. I said, it's just that I don't feel that the colour is right for what I'm looking for. And then obviously explained it, and she was quite rude. So she was like, well, you can return it, but it has to be done by, oh, what was it? She said, track and trace, you know, signed for, yada, 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 which is like 10 times more expensive postage wise. Even though when you post something in the UK, you get a receipt and on there is tracking details. So you can tell when something's been delivered to someone or not. You don't have to do it, sign in. And our Royal Mail is actually really good in this country. And I've sent things back to Amazon. I can't even tell you how much, how often, just things are broken or, you know, it's not been what I've needed or, you know, whatever. I've probably sent, in the whole time that I've had Amazon, 30 odd, maybe 30 packages back in the last, wow, 11 years. And not one package has been signed for. And not one package has been lost. So that was quite, so she was being difficult, I think, from that perspective. So anyway, after she was like, yeah, I expect it back, track and trace, yada, 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 I was like, okay, whatever. Let me show you this one first. The second one was, what did I say it was? English Rose. Right, bearing in mind I wanted grey, and she suggested this. It's blue. It's blue, and it's peach. And so anyway, then, so after, like, we had the conversation of, okay, that's fine, I'll, you know, I got a message back from her saying, admin have just told me they've had to delete a comment on my Facebook. And I was like, yeah. I said, I asked what the returns process was. And she was like, oh. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, literally, what is wrong with you? So, to say the least, I'm angry. And I'm not going to bother sending it back because I don't know if I'm going to get my money back, to be fair. You know, she's such a difficult person to deal with. I'm kind of at that point where, like, it's going to be, oh, yeah, I'll give you a refund when I'm not busy. Well, 3 years later. So, I'm already having an issue with Crafty Kitten, which I think everyone's having an issue with Crafty Kitten. I'm not going to go into that because it's, you know, what it is what it is. But, again, I ordered fabric from her in April, still not arrived, not heard anything. I don't think I'm going to get that fabric. So, I think I might... I don't even know what to do because I don't want my work to be on peach. I wanted it to be on a pink and grey fabric. So, and the other one is blue, and I'm not really a blue person. I haven't got anything that I can even think of doing on that blue fabric. So I don't know. I think I would have been happier ordering something else from her, you know, gone, okay, that's fine, let's just try something else, if she hadn't have been the way that she was, if I'm honest. And I was really polite to her, and I didn't even mention it's taken 5 months to get here, yada yada yada, because she did actually send me a message saying, you know, I'm getting to yours, are you desperate for it? And I said, you know what, take your time. It's absolutely fine. I know everyone's really busy. I said, just get to me when you get to me. So I've been really polite to her. I haven't said, well, it's been 5 months, I expect it, you know, my project. But I was just appalled, actually, is probably a good word, appalled at the way that she spoke to me after I said, what is the returns process? Just didn't expect it. I know she's busy, but, you know, there's kind of a level of customer service, I think, that you expect from someone. And I just, anyway, you know what, I'm not going to go into it. I was really angry, and talking about it is making me really angry. So I'm just going to move on. So my next thought with that is I've been trawling through Instagram, and I've seen a lot of people have been doing it on this Sprite fabric, which I think I did receive some a while back, but I ordered it in 32. And it didn't really come like the colour. So I got 2 Sprite fabrics, okay? One was like really pinkish, and the other one was like almost like a dirty pink. And the one that was really pinkish was I ordered the wrong size, because I think I told you like ages ago, I went onto a website, I won't mention the website, and just because I knew that they did the Roses of Provence pattern, so I wanted to order this fabric, and I knew obviously they did it, so I popped on there quick and I looked at the stitch count and I put it in the cross stitch calculator. Anyway, ordered the fabric, got the fabric, then I ordered the pattern, and the fabric size was wrong. The pattern said it was, I don't know, 400 and something by whatever it was, 400 and something, I can't remember now. But the fabric I ordered was for, I think it was a count of 300 and something, and the website had put the wrong stitch count on. So I ordered the wrong stitch count, and I did message them, and they were like, there's nothing we can do. I was like, okay, that's fine, but I'm just telling you that you've got the wrong stitch count so that you can change it so no one else makes the same mistake. Because obviously, you know, when you go to buy a pattern, you look at the stitch count and you're like, okay, so I'm going to order my fabric in the meantime of ordering my pattern. So if people are obviously looking at that stitch count and it's incorrect, it needs to be changed. So anyway, I sent her a nice message. I wasn't, you know, arsy about it or anything. And she's like, oh, thank you for letting me know, I'm really sorry. So I was like, okay, it's fine. So I kind of thought, you know what, I can probably, because it's my colour, I can probably use that for another project. And so then I ordered some more. I think I got it from 123 Stitch. And when it came, it was like it wasn't the same like colour. Same colour pink. It was almost like a really dirty pink. It's almost like it had gone through the mud and then just been rinsed off. And I didn't like it. But also, they don't do opalescence, and I love sparkles. So I've been in touch with another lady, and I can't remember what her name is now. She does the same. She does the same fabric, but she does it in opalescence. So I think my plan is this. Given that the times for fabric being sent is, you know, going on 6 months to a year. I mean, there was one lady I spoke to in Australia. She was like, we've got basically a year's waiting list right now for that fabric. It's Picture This Plus, I think. The lady, bless her, that owns it is working 10-hour days, 6-day weeks. And yeah, you can probably imagine that she is. So, you know, if you think you've got 123 Stitch and you've got all of these other companies that do Picture This Plus fabric, plus everything else they do, I mean, I can't even imagine how busy she is, poor girl. So I have not got any qualms in waiting. The issue I have is with us going to build in March, April time, and then maybe waiting 6 months for our visa. If I order it now, obviously I'm going to order it to come to this address. However, if I don't receive it for a year, I'm going to be in the States by then. So I think what I'm going to do is, she said about ordering it, and then when I go to send it, I will then ask you what your address is. So I think I might just do that. When I get paid next, I think I might just do that, because then she said, then you're in the system, and that makes more sense then, doesn't it? So I don't think I'm going to be doing that Mirabilia for probably a good, I don't know, at least a year, I reckon. I want to get some of these finished off. Anyway, so that takes us to, I think that's all I had for haul. Yeah, I think that takes us then to the projects. Let's get to the projects. Okay, so I am gonna just do this. Move this under. So when I was doing my editing for this video last month, I was like listening to it back, and I was thinking, oh my god, those bloody zips, I swear to god, they were so annoying, and I'm really sorry. Constantly zzz, zzz. So this time what I've done is I've opened up the zips, and I'm going to keep them open, and then I'll just close them when I finish the video. So the first one that I'm going to show you is, get rid of these because I don't need them anymore. This is a quick stitch, a stitch in time. And this one is by Amy Stewart. This is lovely actually. This one here. Beautiful. I love the colours in this. This is just stunning, the colours in this. I mean, Amy Stewart is just phenomenal. I mean, her art is just beautiful. And she deserves everything she gets with regards to royalties, because wow. So I don't know if I showed you this one last month. I think I might have done actually. If I have, then I'll put that in now. Or did I don't know, maybe I did. So anyway, this is what it looked like last month, if I do have it. And this is what it looks like now. Actually, I'm just going to put so there. So this is being done on 20 count 1/1 on Evenweave. Obviously you can see it's gridded. I literally can't live without gridded now. I don't know, just makes your life so much easier. But that is stunning. Love the colours. The only thing with this one is right where I am, that first band, that first sort of band. Hang on a minute, I'll just pop that down there so I know I've done. So this bit up here, that first band, it's so confetti heavy, and all down here the confetti is ridiculous. But you know what, if you're going to get a Heaven and Earth design and an Amy Stewart, then you kind of got to know you're going to have a lot of confetti. So that is the first one. I've actually, one thing I was going to say is I did mention to you a couple of months ago that my storage system for my projects was the lever arch, like the round bangle things. I can't even remember what they're called now. Anyway, I'm using them for like every single like DMC code that I need. However, what I've started doing is for the like the first page, I think I'm doing it sort of page at a time now. For like the first page now, I am going back to, that's not obviously very organised. Okay, I'm just going to apologise now for the mess, because I haven't obviously put these all back in order, but I'll give you, right, so this is the first page of that project, and I am finding it easier, because what I'm finding when I've got them on the bangle thing, what the hell is it called, I can't remember, binder thing, anyway, is that I am just putting like the bobbins back on it in no order whatsoever. So when I'm looking for a colour, oh my god, sometimes I'll have like 3 or 4 of these binder clips, I don't know what they're called, or like full of bobbins, And I'm like trawling through them going, oh, which number? No, not that one. Next one. No, not. Oh, my days. It takes you forever just to pick out a colour. So I thought, you know what? If I do my work page by page, I can keep them, you know, organised. And then I can just do the colour that I need for that page. And it's easy to see. It's easy storage. And yeah, so I've kind of gone back to that concept of storage. This one I think I just completely did because I could have, I think that was a smaller one, and I just chucked everything in there that I had, and that's actually quite a cute little box. I got that from Amazon, but that is a whole project in there, and I don't know what project that is. What project is that? 970. I've got a feeling that that is one that I'm working on at the moment. I don't know if you can see it in the background on my Lowry stand, but I'm not showing you that yet. I'm not showing you that yet. So yeah, that's quite cute. So that was the first one. The second one is Gray's Faces. Now I am, let me have a look, see what I am. 2 seconds. It's nice to know what you are, how far you are along, percentage wise. So bearing in mind I've been doing Gray's Faces for a long while now. I am 63.9, almost 64% into it. So this is a project. This is Josephine Wall. Love Josephine Wall. Stunning, stunning. I'm doing this one on 18 counts 2/1 on Evenweave. So this is what it looked like last month. Let me get the thing behind it. I've got so many strands of threads on this one. Right, and this is what it looks like now. Oops, I think that was my tablet just fell down. So I've done a lot more down here. I've kind of moved over here. This bit in this area here is kind of a lot more block because it's the lady, and so I just wanted to get as much confetti here and as much as this done as possible so then I can just move down. But yeah, how gorgeous is that? Absolutely stunning. So again, this is done with all the called for DMC but in CXC colours. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. And if anyone wants to see my back, because I know people like to see backs, that is my back. I mean, it's art, right? Yes, it's messy. Do I care? Not particularly. At the end of the day, when all is said and done and it's framed and it's on the wall, no one is going to turn around and say, oh, can you just unframe that for me so I can see the back of your work? Not going to happen. It doesn't matter what the back looks like. But I know people are like obsessed. Obsessed with backs. So I thought, you know what? I will show you my back. So that is the next one. And the next one is, oh, do you know what? I didn't tell you how many stitches I did. Right, so Gray's Faces I did 592. And the quick stitch Amy Stewart one, Stitch in Time, I did 341. Yeah. So on that one, on the quick stitch, I worked on it for 5 days. And the Gray's Faces, I worked on it for 3. 592 stitches. I feel like I've done more than that. but maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't. Okay, so the next one is my giant, the biggest project I've got, which is my favourite, actually, one of my favourites. Bountiful Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. I'm doing this one in max colour and supersized because I would love for it to be a massive feature on in my hallway right at the end. I've got like an 8-foot hallway, so that will go really nicely above my sideboard, and it's done on 18 count 2/1, and I worked on it for 2 days. Yeah, I didn't get a lot this month. I worked on it for 2 days and I did 1079 stitches. Right, so I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this thing. I love working on this. However, I hate working on it at the same time because I hate all of this fabric, man. Look at all that fabric. It just drives me nuts. So now what I'm doing is, unless I can fit my whole entire project on my Q-snap, which I'll show you in a minute, like all of it, I'm not going to be doing my projects on Q-snaps because this material thing is driving me nuts. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. Oops. I mean, I know you can clean your fabric at the end, but I'm still nervous that it's going to get really filthy dirty. Right, let me see. Okay. So, plans for this one. I put extenders on this one. I don't know if you can see. I've got extenders this side and this side. Because what I want to do is I want to finish this book. And I want to finish this book, which actually I think is just this letter that's there. And I want to finish this book before I go on to the next one. So sometimes I don't feel like I'm actually achieving anything, but actually if you think a book is 2 pages, there's 2, 2, 2, so that's 6 pages. So I am actually achieving, but I just need to, I say this every single month, I just need to get on it with this one. My plan for this month is I get sort of 3 days rest days, and next week I've got 4 days, Monday to Thursday. I am going to do 4 days solid on this piece. I want to get most of that sort of, stitched as well. I want to get to the bottom. I think the bottom's here. So that is the bottom of this book. So my plan is to get all of these books done before I go on to the next one. And I'm just going to colour complete books. Now, because this is such a big project, I didn't order all of my threads at the same time, even though I work on CXC threads and they're pretty reasonable. I mean, I think we're talking about 25 pence per thread. Now, for me, if the project is massive like that one, I won't order all of my CXC thread, but I will make sure that I've got enough CXC thread for each individual book. So every single book will be using the same colour CXC thread, so it will be from the same dye lot. If, for example, I've got a 779 that is a slightly different shade from a 779 in the first book, as long as all of the 779s in that book is the same shade, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all that there are different shades, because no one is going to see. As long as you are uniform with the colours that you use in a specific area, it's absolutely fine. So for those of you that are really concerned actually about, and those of you also that are DMC gurus, which I fully appreciate, that's expensive thread, like floss. It is like, I think in Hobbycraft it's over £1 for one floss of DMC. Now, if you have got, I don't even know how many colours that has got. I'm going to say, right, that's 239 colours. So if you had one colour or one floss for every single colour, that is going to cost you a minimum of 239 colours. Now, I can tell you off the bat that this book here uses at least 2 flosses of the same colour. And you know what? Given the size of these books and given the size of this whole entire project, you can quite easily double that. So you are, and some. So let's double it and £10. So that's 478 plus 10. You're looking at almost £490 just for the floss. No, that is ridiculous. So I can fully appreciate when people buy it page by page, and you know what, that's actually a really good way of doing it, and this is a really good example of a project that you can do that with. Now, if you've got a project like this one, for example, you probably are going to want to try and keep, you know, let's see if I can extend that. You're probably going to want to try and keep your purples together, because if you've got, say for example, this one here, and you've got different shades through dye lots, it might look a bit bitty. But you know what, when you've got something like that, do it. Just buy it, you know, page by page is absolutely fine. Right, so yeah, even though CXC thread is really cheap, I did buy it page by page on that one, because it's, and also, you know, I'm not one to sit and bobbinate. I can probably bobbinate a page at a time. Can you imagine, like, bobbinating almost 400-500? Where would you keep it all? Like, literally, where would you keep it all? I mean, storage is a thing as well, right? So something you've got to think about. So my next one is Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. I'm working on this one on 28 counts opalescence. I think I only did a day's work on this. Yeah, I did a day's work on this. In fact, I think I did more, because it's saying that I've only done 218 stitches, and actually I've done a whole band, so I don't think that's right. Anyway, this is the project, Twisted Band Sampler. This is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like now. So I've done this band here. The thing is this project is so large, you can't see the end of this bit here. I mean, obviously the project goes behind there, but that is the next band. I did say to you that I would be showing you band by band, and also now, hopefully now, you know, because we've got quite a long bit there, hopefully now these bands are going to come smaller and smaller, and eventually I'll be able to do 2 bands all at once, and this will be a finished project then. Looking forward to getting this finished. This is really nice. And I think I'm just going to keep it and then put all my framing together. So I'll put all of my work together. I'm going to get to the States, and then I'm going to clean all my projects, and then I'm going to get them all framed. I think that's the plan for me. But I love doing that one. Just want to get out the golds now. I think I've got a colour that's a little bit darker than that I've got to do next. Yeah, it's a little bit darker than that. It's so I've done this one here, and then I'm onto this one, and I just don't like that colour, and obviously that affects you as well when you don't like the colour that you're working with. But then I get to go on the greens, and then the blues, and then, you know what, these are quite small bands, they're not massive, are they? So that is the plan for that one. Obviously now I've worked on it this month, it probably won't come out next month. see how I feel. You know what, sometimes you have all these plans on projects you're going to work on, and then you're like, I don't really fancy working on that. Oh, I did the zip thing. I'm going to leave that. Right, okay, so the next one I worked on is Delightful Waltz. Love this one again. It's done on 18 count 2/1, and I did 2 days work. I did 446 stitches. This is a project from Artisee, and actually my friend liked this so much. She loved this actually. She asked me if I would stitch one for her, and I said, well, yeah, that's fine. And I don't know if you can see, this one is like 242 stitches by 300. I want to just show you something. So, where are you? There we are. So I don't know how. I was looking for something else actually, so I went on Artisee's website and I came across it, and look what I came across. Oh, hang on. Large. Da 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 da. So this stitch count here is 444 by 550. I didn't see that one first, but look at the colours in that. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It doesn't do it justice actually. On that, looking at it on that camera, the colours are just beautiful. I love that kind of thing. So what I did is I purchased, obviously as you can see it's downloaded, that large chart, and I am going to give, because I said to her, do you want it massive? Or she's like, no, the one you're working on is lovely. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll finish that one that I'm working on and I will give that to her, and then the large one I'll do for myself. So I've started it, because you know what I love about this is that it's all block colour. So I have started it, and that is what is on my thing over there, but I'm not going to show you that until next month. But this is where you saw it last month. And this is where we are this month. Okay, it would help if I gave you the right side. There we go. So I've just tried to do as much of this page as possible, and my plan for this one is to do page and move over. I was taking one colour and then, you know, down, 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 but I don't know, I just I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Thing is, I find that I do every single project differently. So for this one I was very much concentrating on that whole page, and then I'll go on to the next page and the next page and the next page, and then I'll come down a page and then go work across, and I think that's what I'll end up doing. But see what I mean about the whole project fitting into the Q-snap? Yes, I've got some material at the bottom, but I like the fact that this fits. So the other one that I'm doing, the Delightful Waltz, I'm doing on 20 count 1/1, because if I go for the smaller count, I can actually fit it on a frame rather than trying to do it on a Q-snap. I know is it a Stitch in Time? If I'm doing that 20 count, I can actually put that on one of those big frames, you know, the quantum type frames. I haven't ordered that yet. Again, I don't know if I'm going to order that before going to the States, because although, you know, you lovely people commented and said, oh, I think you should start that, I've got so many projects on the go and I actually need to start finishing some. So, and for me, I just couldn't wait to start that, you know, the big delightful waltz. Because I want to put it in my office. And I'm thinking, like, if I don't start it, I'm never going to get it finished. And then once my office, or croffice, my craft room office, gets done and is complete, I'll have no artwork to put up. So, I have started it. I will say that. And I also, you know, saying about starting projects, I want to start a full project. So, I don't know which one to do. I don't know whether to do the trick or treat or to do that farm one with the turkeys in it. Let me know what you think I should do. You choose. So either trick or treat, which is the one I showed you earlier, or the heaven and earth one. Well, they're both heaven and earth, aren't they? Where's my internet on this thing? Oh yeah. I can't remember what it's called now. Heaven. Because I've just put in a thread order for the stocking, and oh, actually she's just sent me a message now. How much is that going to cost me? Okay, I'll message her in a second. She's just asking me if it is definitely the stocking, and I was like, yeah, because I have made mistakes before. And she's like, oh, is this what you've ordered? And I'm like, no, that's not what I thought I ordered. Heaven and oh my god, what am I doing? Heaven and earth. Earth designs. Can't remember what it's called now. It's something farm. I put in farm. It came up last time. Here we go. Gobbler farm. So, do I do Trick or Treat 2 or this one? And you know what? I'm probably going towards that one, to be fair. I love the colours in that. It's got 88 colours. That is a regular size. Oh, hang on, that's not the max colour though, is it? Oh, a Gobbler Farm max colour. So that has got 238 colours. But you know what? When you've got so many colours, it's just so much better, isn't it? Yeah, so you know what I'll do? I think because I'm getting like a decent paycheck this month, I might just bite the bullet and get her to send me that, because the other thing as well is I have got you know, some threads left over, but it's just a pain in the bum. What I need to do actually is I need to put a computer system up together where I write down an Excel spreadsheet of every single colour thread that I've got, and then when I'm going through this I can just have a look at my Excel spreadsheet and say, right, I've got that colour, I've got that colour, I've got that colour. Otherwise what you're doing is, you know, you've potentially already got the colour and then you're ordering it more. But yeah, I really like that one actually, so I think I'm going to do the Gobbler Farms max colour as a new start in October, because I know we're starting autumn now, but I don't want to start anything more this month, but I think it'd be nice to start next month. And next month I can get her to send me everything, all of the threads that I need. So yeah, anyway, so oh, that was the other one, and I do love this one, but I think I am falling more towards that one. Yeah. So anyway, moving on, and I've lost my trail of thought now. Okay, so the next one that I'm working on, oh no, sorry, I've just done that up. Ooh, sorry. Is Alternative Reality by Josephine Wall. Beautiful. This one got 2 days and 789 stitches. This is what it looked like last month. I'm loving the progress on this, to be fair. I love doing this one because I love the colours and I just love working on it. You know, everything from the frame to the colours to everything. So, this is what it looks like this month. And I can't even see what you can see right now. So I hope you can see all of it. So, again, I've started doing the parking method. Can't even see what you can see. So as you can see, it's stepping, and I'm going to do all of that around here as well. Once I have done that, I think I'm going to go over and then sort of work down, potentially. But again, I work to this, how I feel like working it at the time. And I don't know how many pages I've done on that one. I don't think I've done many pages, but it's, you know what, it's tapping away, isn't it? Tap, tap, tapping. As long as you're tapping away at a project, then it's still getting done. The next one that I worked on is Storykeep. Hang on one second, because I haven't got the... Oh god, a lot of chair's gonna break. Right, guys, I haven't opened this one because I forgot about it, so I'm sorry. Okay, so the next one I worked on is Storykeep. Life is an Open Book, Paris. Ta-da! Again, this has been done on 18 count. So is Alternative Reality. I don't know, any big projects I'm doing on 18 count, but that's a lie now because I'm starting to do things on 20 count. So that's an Amy Stewart. I worked on it for 1, 2, 3, 5 days. And I did 813 stitches. So this is what it looked like last month. This is what it looks like this month. So basically, oh, actually I can put that on the table. I worked on getting all of these filled in and I started moving down. Obviously parked my threads. I'm gonna sort of do it again. See, I told you I do every project differently. So with this one, I'm only bringing it down by 1 square and then I'm moving across, and then I'll probably do the same, bring it down 1 square, moving across. So you can see the whole project as it comes down. But yeah, still got a few of these. I think these are a few colours that I can't find or I don't have. So I need to order those, I think. I'll have a look. Yeah, I definitely need some more of those. In fact, I've just put an order in for some thread. So after this, I will speak to her about some more of those other threads. Right. So going forward, I will be working on ornaments, A Stitch in Time, Amy Stewart. I love this one. I love colours. So that is one that I'm going to be working on. I told you that our Bountiful bookshelf will have a full 4 days. I will start to bring down this one as well because I've done 1 band and then I need to start on the next one. This is a Long Dog Sampler, Resistance is Futile. I'm doing it is in the colour Floss 917. So yeah, just need to start on the second band on that one. So that one will be pulled out. My little bumblebee, that will be pulled out because that doesn't take much, but how gorgeous is that? That's gorgeous, isn't it? So that will probably have a few days work on it. So see if I can get some of that done. Again, that's a quick, that works up quick quite well. Bountiful bookshelf, not Bountiful bookshelf, bookshelf. Let me find out how many I am at. What percentage? 21%. So this is one that I'm going to work on, which is really beautiful. I like working on that one, it's nice. I worked on that one this month. Alternative reality will get worked on because it's a bigger project and I always touch all of my big projects each month, even if it gets a day. And also, God, 1 second. Oh, jeez. This one here, because I need to finish this one. I am pretty close to finishing it. I'll pull it out actually to show you. So, Winter by Cricket Collection. I am very close to finishing this, so I might set aside a few days to finish that because look how close I am at finishing this. I don't know why I didn't pull that out this month. I don't know, but this is almost finished. I don't know if you can, no, right, so I'm going to stand up so I can see what you can see without you seeing me. That is very, very close to being finished. So just needs here, and that will be a finish. I don't know if that's going to be finished by next month. Maybe I might just bite the bullet and work on that for one of my 3 days off. Get that done, because then that's one down, isn't it? I don't seem to be coming down on any of my projects because I seem to be starting like 4 projects to finishing one. But you know what, if you don't start them, then you're never going to get them done, are you? And at the end of the day, I see stitching as being something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So they will get finished. It's just when they'll get finished. They will get finished when they get finished. So that is it from me. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I think this month will be a bit better. I definitely, and I know I say this every month, but I'm very aware that the Bountiful bookshelf, I've only done like 4 pages, and it's a 96-page project. And if I'm going to get that project done before I'm dead, I really need to make that a focal piece. In fact, I think what I'll do is after autumn, that Gobbler Farm, and after starting the stocking, I don't think I'm going to start anything until I've at least got maybe 3 or 4 projects completed. So in those 3 or 4 projects, it will be Twisted Band Sampler, Bookcase, the Bee, Grey's Faces, and maybe Ornament, potentially Ornament. So that's 5 projects that I can you know, really look at finishing before I start any more other than those two, because I want to start those two. But you know what, I think I need to do like a montage, a run through of all of the projects that I'm working on, like a whip parade. Let me know if you fancy that, and I will put one together for you. With regards to Stitch with Me's, I did say to you last month that I bought some equipment for some Stitch with Me's, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I also did try and do a semi setup, and it was a little bit disastrous. So I need to see if there is a way that I can show you close-up work without it getting distorted. Now, I work on a Lowry frame and a Lowry stand, sorry, and when I work on my Q-snaps, all my frames, it twists so you can get to the back. The thing is, where my Lowry stand is, it does wobble. What I find is when I twist it and then twist it back, it distorts slightly and moves, which means that where I had a perfect focus on my work, I now don't have that. And I was finding it really difficult finding a piece of software that I can put on my laptop or on my phone so I can almost mimic or can see what you can see. Because what I did try a Stitch with Me, I just didn't post it because I did it and then I twisted the thing round, and then because the camera is right above me and then it's zoomed in, so it's like here zoomed in, so I can't always see what you can see. So yeah, I basically turned my Lowry stand round to get to the back, and then when I put it forward again, I carried on stitching thinking that you could still see what you could see before I twisted it around. No, the whole thing got moved out of shot. So I was like, okay, so if I have to do this, I need to be able to see what you can see. So I looked for ages for some software, and I did finally found an app that was on the store that can sort of shadow the phone. So I might try that again this month. We'll see. I find it stressful. I find it stressful doing Stitch with Me's because I almost have to change the way that not the way that I stitch, but I have to change the way that I'm sitting in order to coincide with you being able to see what I'm doing. And also on the 20 counts as well, I don't use any magnifying glasses or anything like that, or magnifiers, so I sit really close to my work. And when I'm sitting really close to the work, I worry that my head is going to be in the way of the camera. So I have to have a sit down and a play and a think about how I'm going to logistically get this video out, but it is something I want to do. So keep your eyes peeled. Press the subscribe button to my channel and the notification bell, and then you will never miss it coming up. And if you've liked this video, please guys, press the like button. I am finding that once I've posted the video, it comes up on YouTube, and then the next day my video is literally nowhere to be seen because I just don't have enough people clicking on my video. So please, could you do that? I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I will see you again in we're in October for my September video, because this obviously was for August. And yeah, keep safe guys, and have a lovely rest of the day, whatever it is you may be doing. And I will see you next month. Cheers guys, bye.